with a .411 batting average.
From that senior over to BYU senior, Cooper Vest, outstanding first baseman.
Leading 9 round trippers.
So let's kick off the weekend a day early here in Provo. BYU and West Virginia, the first pitch is coming up next on ESPN+.
First game of the series, and you know the game's going to be close. He's going to keep the game in it. He's going to get a quality start, and that's what makes this game fun. And on the other hand, West Virginia, they've got a good one. Griffin Kern, he's 3-0, and going back to Gubler, they're 3-1. So they just win.
Defensively for Gubler, out in left field's Luke Anderson. West Virginia shut out Marshall 7-0. Kresser went 0 for 4 in that one. And he is the first to challenge Peyton Gubler. BYU, one of the better home run hitting teams in the Big 12. West Virginia, one of the better base stealers in the country. And they have had some active bats as well. So the sun is heading down. We've got the lights on, cloud cover here in Provo. Pretty nice. 0 for 2 on Tuesday. Got on base with 3 walks. And he doesn't waste any time either. Left field, Luke Anderson is out there, waits for it to come down. The Mountaineers go 1-2-3. Fast and efficient inning for Peyton Gubler. And the Cougar bats are coming up. It'll be McChesney, Robinson.
In a 3-game series against Cincinnati. And extra bases, BYU hitters combined for 10 extra bases in the 3-game series against Cincinnati, which included 5 doubles, 1 triple, and 4 home runs.
Tonight, we're going to see the most experienced pitcher on the West Virginia staff, Griffin Kern, a 6'3" senior out of Quincy, Illinois. He spent 4 seasons at Quincy University and then moved over to Morgantown, a fastball up near 94. Utah, about 25 minutes from here. American Fork High School, TCU transfer. Comes in hitting .228 on the year. He's a switch hitter, and so with a lefty, he moves over to the right side.
Here's the first look at the curveball from Kern. Came in at 79 miles an hour, had a really nice sharp break on it.
Mistake because 2 of the 3 games in Stillwater were canceled due to wildfires. This one hard hit, and it takes a bounce, gets past Kresser. And Anderson takes a big turn and will head back to first base.
Well, it's hit right at him, and you can see he takes a stab at it with his glove and tries to avoid it instead of trying to take it off his.
Slow roller over to second. Barnett just in time. BYU gets one on, and they leave him there. We played 1, and there's no score. Settling into our 3-game series, BYU and West Virginia. Reinhardt, Valdez, and Kelly coming up. 17 of 27. BYU with 17 stolen bases. The Mountaineers with 67.
Boy, that's quite a contrast there.
You look at it on paper and go, well, that's something. Then you say it, and you're like, and I asked Coach Sabins before the game, is that your thing? You're just going to steal bases? He goes, not really. It's kind of been, circumstantial.
Okay, you got to earn the out.
Gavin Kelly, freshman out of Collier, Pennsylvania. Looks at ball 1. He's hitting .321 in his first year. Division I baseball, player of the year at Pittsburgh Central Catholic High School. Coming in. Now the count 1-1.
7 of the starters for West Virginia are batting over 300. So that's pretty impressive. Catcher. Don't obviously catchers with that kind of speed.
Fouled away, 1-1. Hussey was 0 for 4 against Marshall on Tuesday. The team traveled yesterday, got a workout in here last night. For many of these kids, they've never seen mountains like this. Coach Sabins was saying,
Some was a fastball about 92 miles an hour on the inside part of the plate, and that was a nice curveball on the inside. So ahead 1-2 in the count here.
Misses inside with the curve. 2-2. Big cut. Gubler gets it past him. The count's 0-2.
Barnett has been up 30 times this season, and having a little trouble finding the plate right there. It started with a hit batsman, and then a couple base hits, and now he's struggling a little with his location.
Here's the 3-2. That's not close. Barnett heads to first. The top of the order now for West Virginia. And Goff will go out and top. And ball one from Gubler. You see Trent Pratt in the background there looking on. Gubler is the ace of the staff. That's low, ball two. And now Abe Alvarez is going to walk out and visit with Gubler. They hit and nearly hit him there. Wild back to the backstop. Runners move up. And Gubler now in all sorts of trouble. Second and third. To first. Peyton Gubler catches his breath. 4 runs are in. Bottom of the second inning. It's 4-0 West Virginia. And Bryker Herdsman, a 6'4" junior out of St. George. Live.
Well, the one that Cresser hit out to left field there, that looked like a kind of routine fly, but the wind was really blowing, helping it, and it missed being a home run by about a foot. And that last one by Hussey, that looked like it was hit a lot harder, but with the wind blowing, it just kind of held it up.
Big 12 this weekend. Friday, Sunday series. Central Florida's at Cincinnati. Texas Tech's at Kansas State. Oklahoma State's at Kansas.
Swinging underneath it.
Riker Scow steps in. He's the DH today for BYU, hitting .238 with a home run and 5 runs batted in. Ball one from Kern. Last year led the Cougars in hits, home runs, 36 runs batted in. Kelly may have got a piece of that one.
Puts the thumb up signs, telling the coach he's okay.
Into left field. Base hit for Jones. That moves Scow over to second. And the second hit of the game for BYU. And now the Cougars trying to get something going here. In the bottom of the second, down 4-0.
Well, we'll see if BYU can answer like West Virginia did in the top of that pitch. Right on the outside corner, down at the knees, 90 miles an hour fastball.
Now 3-1. Count goes full.
Well, you can see Kern battling back there, falling behind. Well, Kern started him off with a curveball, and just kind of like Gubler last inning for a short little time here, Kern's having trouble finding the strike zone.
It's a funny game. Ball two. Ryder Robinson on deck. Ball one. Kelly does a nice, live by the 3, and sometimes you die by it. BYU is 6 of 27. Alabama's made 24 3-point shots.
Wow.
That's double what they normally make for an entire game.
Wow.
So that's what's going down on the East Coast at the moment. We're here live in Provo, Utah, out west. 1-2 to Reinhardt. That started the 4-run inning. Here he's back. Might have a little bruise back there, but it probably feels better knowing that he started a 4-run barrage. He'll take one for the team, right?
Right, and he's a catcher. You know, he's listed as 6 foot, 175 pounds, but he's just a freshman. So, you know, he's young and has tremendous speed, especially when you think of the catcher position. He's got
2 out. Hit batsman again. And Hussey's taking his own sweet time coming up. I think down at first base, the trainer's out with Kelly, helping him stretch that thing out after getting hit second time. So he'll go to the bag. That's not the trainer, it's the first base coach. Now they're. And he gets him. Foul tip into the glove of Parker Goff. Much better inning for Peyton Gubler. Mountaineers leave 1. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Anderson, Vest, and Herdsman when we return. And this one's still dressed up for you as well.
It absolutely is. You got snow-capped mountains in the background. Looks like we're playing at a postcard.
Well, you get 4 runs in that second inning. What do you like so far?
Yep, that was good from the offense. A lot of 2-out extend. We had some guys have some competitive at-bats. Swain came up big with two outs.
Anderson with a 2-2 count. He singled his first time up. This time he hits a rocket to the gap, and Anderson puts it to the base of the wall. And Luke stops at second with a stand-up double. A 2-for-2 night already for Anderson. His 6th double on the year.
Well, this pitch was right down the middle, and Anderson, really, there it is. He found it that time.
Kern's important to these guys. West Virginia lost their entire starting rotation and their closer to the draft last year. 5 players. And so when they talk about the rebuild, here's their ace in Kern. And so they are deeply invested in him getting off to good starts in these series.
For any play out there for the middle infielders and be an RBI, and he's got the most speed arguably on the team out there. 6 for 8 in stolen bases.
That's his 14th run batted in on the year. And now Watkins, who struck out his first time up, is back. They check it down the line. He didn't go, and it's ball 1. Watkins got blown away by the fastball from Kern.
Back, tagged up from second, got over to third. So he's at third with 2 outs here.
Riker Scow to the plate. Drew a walk his first time up. Then came around and scored on a walk. Goes after the first pitch. Strike 1. Top of the order for the Mountaineers. Now the count goes full. That Arizona series, talking with Coach Sabins, he said, you know, they really hadn't faced adversity up to that point. Played a 16-inning game last Friday and got beat. Came back and won it on Saturday. They'll throw back to first. Long leadoff there by Barnett, but he's back safely.
Well, Barnett has not attempted any stolen bases yet this season. 0 for 0.
Gubler in with strike 1. Misses. Back-to-back walks here in the 4th.
Well, with those walks, the bullpen is starting to stir a little bit out there for BYU.
Just struggling with his control tonight. And we'll see how quick the Cougars get loose down there. As
breaks in, pitcher throws it on 3, and that was a timed pickoff play right there.
And now 2-2, and Gubler a pitch away from getting out of the inning. This time they got him. Mountaineers get 2 on, but they leave one, the other gets picked off. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Gubler's fighting to hang around. Jones single to left, his first time up. This one to right field, that one's tailing foul. And just over the bullpen for the Mountaineers. And it's 0-2 for Griffin Kern. Both Kern and Gubler have been up against the ropes here early on, but they're both still fighting. Misses outside. Chesney went swinging for Springville on that one. Here's the 0-1. 1-1.
Well, you can see Kern sees that, so he comes with the changeup. 78-mile-an-hour curveball, and McChesney lets it go.
Bounces it over to Barnett. And the confidence pretty high in your dugout.
Yeah, it's good. You know, like we just got to find a way to battle through this right here and try to get this, you know, win the first game of the series right here.
We look forward to spending the series with you. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
That's Trent Pratt, BYU head coach in the BYU dugout, our all-access pass to both dugouts. We love having that. 2-0 to West here in the fifth. That's a second runner that's been picked off for West Virginia so far tonight, along with a base stealer thrown out.
Yeah, that was a tremendous move by Reiser. Just totally fooled Reinhardt there.
Strike one to Skylar King here on ESPN Plus. At first base in a 4-3 game. Vest goes after the first pitch he sees. Strike one.
Well, nice changeup that time from Lyman. Had Vest out in front of it.
Misses inside. So I was talking to you as this inning has become more perilous.
Well, Lyman was brought in to try to put out the fire, and he just added fuel to the fire there. Just wasn't able to get control, and that'll be it for Luke Lyman. 2 batters, and there'll be a new pitcher for West Virginia.
We'll be back. We'll come back and introduce you to him. He's inheriting a bases loaded, nobody out here. But into the glove is Kersey. They'll throw home, and Anderson tags safely over to third. Vest is out. Cougars have tied the game, but it works as a double play of sorts, and Herdsman is the only one left standing at second.
Well, that time second base umpire Armendariz waved his hand up and said infield fly. So the batter was automatic, scored all 4 of their runs with 2 outs. BYU has 2 of their 5 runs with 2 outs, and they've got 2 outs now with second and third. Yeah, Hudson's trying to get out of this without any further damage.
2-1 to Goff. 3-1. McChesney, the top of the order, on deck for BYU.
That time Hudson's kind of cocking his head a little bit there. He thought that was strike. So he's got a lot of experience, and he's the guy that they kind of counted on in the bullpen to shut opposing teams down.
Here we go, the most high drama moment of the game so far. And right here in the middle of the game, in the 5th inning. McChesney steps in, a ground out, a walk, and came back and grounded out again. Bassinger's ready. Comes in. This one hit hard right to Jones. He'll bounce it over to Vest, and Cooper scoops it up. 1 down.
Well, it's not often you see a 2-hop throw from the shortstop position, but Easton Jones in it. And a beautiful river. And but anyway, West Virginia is a beautiful place to live.
2-0. Now Reiser is struggling with his control. Goff will go out and visit with him.
Well, and you can see that Reiser's frustrated when he lost Swain that last at bat, and he had the lead on him, and was ahead in the count. He just backed off, and he's just frustrated. So he just needs to forget about that and move.
In with a strike. This is Kresser's first look at Reiser. Senior out of Iowa. Coming in hitting over 300. just barely, but over it. And he looks at the ball.
Well, in high school, we played at Jessup High School in
Herdsman on deck for the Cougars. 1-2.
So when you look back at this game, you know, with Bassinger coming in there and 2 strikes, he's 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, and instead you're down by 4 runs. So that's the thing about baseball. 1 pitch away makes a huge difference.
Foul tip into the glove.